Welcome back to Miss B Biology, and in this video I will be releasing some quick fire questions on the topic of bioenergetics. So grab your book and grab your pen just in case you need to make note of questions and answers you weren't sure about. Okay, remember bioenergetics, which is topic 4 in paper 1 of your biology specification, covers photosynthesis and respiration. So let us begin with photosynthesis. First question, what is the word equation for photosynthesis? Carbon dioxide plus water in the presence of light to produce glucose and oxygen. What is the chemical equation for photosynthesis? So it is 6CO2 plus 6H2O in the presence of light to produce C6H12O6 plus 6O2. Remember, CO2 is for carbon dioxide, H2O is for water, C6H12O6 is for glucose, and O2 is for oxygen. Why is light needed for photosynthesis? For the energy that drives the process. Is photosynthesis an endothermic or exothermic reaction? Very good. Endothermic, because energy is being taken in. How do the two raw materials of photosynthesis get into the plant? So what are the two raw materials? Water and carbon dioxide. So water moves into the root from the soil by osmosis, while carbon dioxide enters through the stomata of the leaves by diffusion. Stomata are pores on the surface of the leaves through which gases enter and leave. What is cell A called? Very good, guard cell. Name the green pigment that absorbs light for photosynthesis. Good job, chlorophyll. In which organelle does photosynthesis occurs? Chloroplast. Why are there more stomata on the lower surface than on the upper surface of the leaves? The upper surface will be 1. Warmer, drier, and more exposed to wind, so greater water loss would occur. State 4 factors that could affect the rate of photosynthesis. Temperature, light intensity, carbon dioxide concentration, amount of chlorophyll. Why does photosynthesis slow down or stops when temperature goes above the optimum? Enzymes are denatured. What are leaves with both green and non-green parts called? Variegated leaves. Name the reagent used to test a leaf for starch. Iodine solution. State 2 uses of glucose made in photosynthesis. For energy release in respiration, to build large molecules, to form cellulose, which is a large molecule, and cellulose is responsible for strengthening the cell wall, to be converted to starch for future use, and starch is also a large molecule. Number 5, to make lipids, to make amino acids, which make protein. So any of these two would give you the mark. Name 2 ions absorbed from the soil by the root of plants. Magnesium ions, nitrates, phosphate. Let's get into respiration now. First question, define respiration. the process by which glucose is broken down to release energy in cells. Is respiration an endothermic or exothermic reaction? It is exothermic because energy is released when this reaction takes place. Why do organisms need energy? To build complex molecules such as carbohydrates and proteins. For movement, in animals, energy is needed to make muscles contract, while in plants, it is needed for transport of substances in the phloem, such as dissolved sugars. It is also used for cell division, temperature regulation. Remember, heat is released from respiration, and for active transport. Name the two types of respiration. Very good. Aerobic and anaerobic respiration. What is aerobic respiration? Aerobic respiration uses oxygen to break down glucose to release energy. What is the word equation for aerobic respiration? Glucose plus oxygen to produce carbon dioxide and water, and much energy is released. State the balanced chemical equation for aerobic respiration. So it is C6H12O6 plus 6O2 to produce 6CO2 and 6H2O. And much energy is released. Remember, energy is not produced, it is released. The C6H12O6 is for glucose, O2 is for oxygen, and CO2 is for carbon dioxide, and H2O is for water. Where does aerobic respiration occur? In the mitochondria. What is anaerobic respiration? The breakdown of sugar in the absence of oxygen to release energy. What is the word equation for anaerobic respiration in humans? Glucose is broken down. Remember, there is no oxygen. And lactic acid is produced and little energy is released. Some plants and some fungi, such as yeast, can respire anaerobically. What is the word equation for anaerobic respiration in both plants and yeast? So it is glucose, and remember it is in the absence of oxygen, and ethanol and carbon dioxide is produced. Energy is also released. Where does anaerobic respiration occur? In the cytoplasm of cells. What is an oxygen debt? The amount of oxygen required to remove the lactic acid and replace the body's reserve of oxygen. What is the term used for all the chemical reactions that go on inside an organism's body that allow for the buildup and breakdown of molecules? Metabolism. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you have learned a lot about photosynthesis and respiration, and all the best in your exams. Bye bye.